wineries in our own state. You do not have to travel far and wide all over the world or the United States to find that special treasure. Like I said, here in Missouri, we're going to use Missouri as our example. Missouri has a rich wine history. And a lot of people have said to me over the years, I don't drink Missouri wines because there are no good Missouri wines. And like I've said before, you just haven't had a true sampling. Missouri has, according to 2016 information, over 126 wineries. Before Prohibition, Missouri was the second largest wine producing state in the United States. And before Prohibition, also Stonehill Winery was the third largest winery in the world. At the Vienna World's Fair in 1976, at the Philadelphia World's Fair. So Missouri has a rich history now, such as Cabernet, Chardonnay, no. But there are wonderful local hybrid varietals, such as Vidal Blanc, Chardonnay, Norton, a true American grape. You ask, well, what would be some of the things to go with it? Well, such as some of these Nortons, lamb, wild game, big heavy meats. For me, my road to Damascus and epiphany occurred when I was having some friends over, including a winery owner from Sonoma, for dinner, and we were eating some wild game pasta, and I invited a friend of mine here in Missouri over, and he brought a big Missouri Norton. And I was truly impressed at how well the Missouri Norton held its own against the big Napa and Sonoma reds that we had that day on the table. It went toe to toe, and over the years, at different points at tastings, Missouri Nortons of quality have held their own. Now you say, well, where can you find these? Well, I'll tell you. When you look at a wine set in the grocery stores or even in a wine shop, you're lucky if you find 6 to 8 Missouri wineries represented out of 126. That is not a true sample. And even within that, you're not going to see all the wines from those wineries. Now, that could be from a lack of space, not enough production, or just a lazy wholesaler not wanting to promote some of these wines because they feel it's not a priority. But what are some of the wonderful wines? Well, it's just a matter of you going out and visiting these wineries. And here's another fun thing. Most of these wineries, you can actually bring your kids. Have fun. You can make a day out of it. And you're also not too far from other events. For example, you could go visit a Civil War battlefield and then go to a Missouri winery or vice versa. But for example, if you were to take Persimmon Ridge and Merrimack Vineyards, these are two wineries that you're not going to find in the stores. They are sold at the winery only. They are wonderful examples. You get to taste in their Chardonnay from Persimmon Ridge, the wonderful chalky minerality of, again, that area of Jefferson County. Now, why do I say Cambrian and pre-Cambrian? Well, guess what? If you go to Burgundy, you're going to find that same Cambrian limestone that makes it so famous. I've described this as a Burgundy lover's Missouri white. These Nortons, well, you're talking wines that are aged 4 years or more in barrels or bottles. For example, a year in a barrel, 9 years in the bottle before release, 4 years in the barrel before bottling. The big guys in Napa, I generally, if I recall, go maybe 26 months at the tops before they bottle it. So it's a combination of 5 years of barrel and bottle, and these guys are exceeding that to get that soft approachability of Norton. The other fun thing about Missouri wines is that it's not a cookie cutter approach of a Me Too movement out there that everybody's copying the next guy, trying to make the biggest, heaviest, most extractive wine to make some wine critic happy. Everybody's making their own approach of what they feel is the best expression of a wine that you will enjoy that pairs well with food. And these wines go very well with food. For example, Adam Kupta has a great story. It is the oldest continuously owned family winery in the United States. Another fun little fact about Missouri wines. The Estate Norton, you're talking a combination of a range of anywhere from 27 to 33 months in a barrel, and then it's finished off in the bottle. 2011 is the current vintage. And then, like I've said, a good rosé has always been dangerous for me, and I absolutely love his rosé. But you can find his rosé in some places, but you have to visit Adam Gupta Winery to get their Estate Norton. Then let's go over to Le Bourgeois. Go out to central Missouri in Rocheport, Missouri. Beautiful view of the Missouri River. And they have a Norton that is big, heavy, bold, and beautiful. And then they're sparkling. Like I've said before, you're talking method traditional. They take it from a still wine to a sparkling wine in the bottle. It's hand riddled. It makes it fun. And it's with Vidal Blanc. Now, this is a Missouri approach to winemaking that gives it a unique flair and flavor and stamp of all our own. It's not a how can I copy the next guy? And I highly recommend going out there, because if you truly do appreciate wine, you would like to learn more about wine, and you'd like to find those hidden treasures in your backyard, visit some of these wineries or find some more that are out there. Try maybe Chamet or Hummingbird or any other of the 126 wineries that are around the state of Missouri. You will not be disappointed. You will find things that you will be absolutely amazed with. And it's a fun trip. I mean, what's wrong with something in your own backyard? I'm Ray. Thank you for joining us. Please like us on Facebook. And here's to living the wild wine life.